Our New York Comic Con, Ezekiel the Third here, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be here with Don Fubar. Good to see you.
Oh, hail Comic Con!
And we're here talking about Transformers toys.
That's right.
Oh my God, my childhood, man. All day, just transforming stuff, breaking them, trying to like do their. My dad was like, "Don't force it, you'll break it." I'm like, no, I can do it, Dad. I'm gonna need another one.
12 steps, I can do it.
Yeah, it's like, look at the instructions. No, that's what dummies do. I need a new one. Nice. Awesome. So, but I'm sitting here with Ben Montano. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Ben Montano and John Warden. We're gonna talk about what we got, and we're gonna talk about some reveals and stuff. But first of all, let's talk about what we got.
Yeah, so we have a lot of fun things here. I think, you know, to kick it all off, I hope you guys have had a chance to see the latest movie, Transformers: The Last Night. In theaters, if not, it is available on Blu-ray and DVD now. I still have DVD. I don't know if I should admit that.
DVD? How do you say it again? DVD? Digital video disc? Is that
Don't pretend like you don't, like you're not old enough, man. You were watching.
I've never heard of DVD.
It's a shelf now, but a lot of people haven't had a chance to get their hands on it. This is the new line called Allspark Attack, and I know we were goofing around kind of in the back talking about.
It's hilarious to watch these guys because they are as excited as we are about the toys. They're like, check this out. It's like you can open it up and you put the thing in. Show me all about this.
Yeah, here we go, man. You want me to demo?
I'm sorry to cut you off. Tell me about the edition.
So it's really cool. So I think, you know, what we wanted to do with this line is play out some of those awesome scenes that you guys, I know you were like, does it have the Allspark? I'm like, actually, it really does have the Allspark. So you take it out of his chest, and there it is. Power of the Allspark. So what's cool is when you put it in, it actually comes to life. And let's get on.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
That was the voice of
Peter Cullen.
Optimus Prime. You click it in, and it actually knows when you actually convert it. It'll give you cool sound effects. It's motion, so when you drive in truck mode, I don't know, let me see if I can get in truck mode here. You want to see Megatron? Give me
truck mode. Truck mode. Semi mode.
Let's see if I can get the trust. That mic stinks. Mine's better. Nope.
Is this thing on?
So what's fun is it drives around, has cool like skid sounds, brake sounds, truck honking. We'll do sound effects like that, right? Oh, it's neat.
Why do we need sound effects? That
We just got this guy.
Well, when I was a kid, they didn't have sound effects. We make them all ourselves.
You have
So
to.
you can see it. You can put this thing in. It's a pretty amazing little module. And then when you put it into Megatron, close it up.
No, we can hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it. That's all that matters. It makes the noise. Okay, I swear.
Megatron. Hold on. Give me that stick mic. I want this. Can we pump the volume up on this? Do it again.
Give me some Bumblebee. Throw Bumblebee.
Yeah, here you go.
Throw it in Bumblebee.
People like him better anyways.
What? People like Bumblebee over Megatron?
Yeah, why not?
He doesn't want to let go of the Allspark. We all know what happened to Megatron and that Allspark in movie one. It didn't end well. Spoiler alert.
Come on, John.
There you go.
You got a little sound effects?
Oh yeah, we can hear that.
All right. So the fun is, yes, most kids do love Bumblebee. So you can do the same. Pop in Bumblebee. He talks. You can turn him into cool car mode, race around, crash, bash, and just have a lot of fun. So this is new, and I think, you know, as we really try different things, we look to ways to bring our characters to life. So it's not just about converting, and maybe for you the pains of converting, but you know, there's cool lights and voices. So if hopefully you guys or all of our fans get their hands on the new Allspark figures from the Last Night film line.
What's cool is that nowadays, you know, it's all right to come out and say, hey, I'm a big Transformers fan. And then you can share that with your family and friends. You know, I remember when I was in college, I used to have my Transformers kind of in my secret drawer. So when I was stressing out on trying to get with a test or whatever, I would be able to pull those guys out. It was relaxing to go back and transform, you know, Roadbuster, Jetfire, one of those guys. But nowadays, we have big events like New York Comic Con, and we're all able to come together and you know, appreciate what we love. And toys like this actually let you share that love with your kids, which is really awesome.
Yeah, and one thing I don't think you had when you were a kid is a toy the size of that guy.
I didn't. Mine was a lot smaller. Mine was smaller. It was not nearly as impressive as that big guy.
The biggest toy I had when I was a kid, I had
pass him like a child.
I was raised like lower middle class, so I had 3 of the 4 Destructicons, or Constructicons, excuse me. So I had like the bottom half and 1 arm of Devastator. So that's the biggest toy I had. I've never seen this guy. Tell me about this guy.
So this guy, his name is Trypticon. So fans in the audience, You might know this guy as he's the Decepticon Superfortress, but he also has the ability to change into a giant space dinosaur. So what's really awesome is, I mean, not only is he a giant space dinosaur, he
Say that as many times as you want, by the way.
turns into an evil fortress, an evil space fortress. But this guy also turns into the Nemesis, which is a space vehicle as well. Like, so it's Decepticon spaceship. So he's a triple changer. But what we've designed to kind of take this guy to the next level is not only is he big and posable, and he comes with full tilt, who can also transform into a Lux scale transformer. The whole line comes with these little, guys called Titan Masters. So the Titan Masters have incredible power. They're able to transform or change into little heads. So this guy, if you have a toy collection, let's say you had a bad day, you're a kid, things didn't go well at your test, you can pull the heads off your toys and feed him to this big guy. So I think we all need to give him. It's lunchtime after all. Let's feed him.
What's that? I'm 2 for 2.
Oh, good job.
No, you can't just give him treats. You got to make him do stuff.
Sit.
There you go. Shake.
Thank you. Eat your food. Eat it.
He's good. So then all these guys actually, look at that. Right on cue, they're all stored inside. So
I thought they were
with
gone
the
forever.
satisfaction of a pachinko machine, they all kind of come down into his chest. So, collectors, kids can have hours of fun feeding this guy. And then once he turns into a gigantic space super fortress, he can also kind of populate it. But, I want to take a second to really talk about our sponsor. Our sponsor today, Trypticon's Titan Master Crunch. It's a full onslaught of important nutrients that every Transformer needs. This one is actually fueled with Dark Energon, which is actually proven to give you powers in some states.
I prefer the oil butter flavored.
Yeah, I think that's also really important to a balanced diet. Thank you so much out there for enjoying Trypticon Crunch at HasCon. We're excited to bring these new flavors to you. This is going to be really, really exciting. It's all part of a healthy, giant space dinosaurs breakfast.
So, I'm just wondering, like in the commercial of Trypticon's Crunch, what is because it's part of a balanced breakfast, of course. It always is. Sure. Now, is it like a glass of liquid Energon that's like sitting there behind the orange juice?
Yes.
Well, you can see it's filled with, jam-packed with helpless Titan Masters that Trypticon really loves to eat. Each one has a collection of awesome powers that as he eats them, he actually gets more powerful. So the more Trypticon eats, really, he becomes a bigger boy. I think that's what's important.
Viking lore teaches us that. You eat parts of your enemy to gain their power, right?
It's Viking law. Trypticon's all about Viking law.
Awesome.
I'm just glad that pulling the heads off of your Transformers now is a good thing.
Yeah, it's not broken.
Because back in the day, I thought this head should come right off, and it didn't.
Yeah, it was like my J. Joes. I used to unscrew all of them and pop them all apart, and then put them back together. And then you break the band, and you're kind of
right. That's what I would do. Like my Transformers, my Joes, I'd put them in a bowl of water, and I'd freeze them, and I'd have to save them from the ice, and then they would just snap apart. I'm like, they're not meant to do that.
I used my braces bands, so I had neon orange that was holding my guys together and stuff.
Yeah, well, I imagine probably too much tension on the poor G.I. Joe's waist.
Yeah.
So we got some other big news. And this size is big news comes in small packages. This is an incredible new Titan Master figure. Some of you guys, it's just in time for Halloween. Trick or treat, it's Grotesque. Grotesque is the second monster bot. The first monster bot being Twinferno, the two-headed dragon character. Back in the day, these guys shot sparks. Nowadays, they've got a removable Titan Master head feature. So he's able to transform into a little Titan Master. You can see he's got kind of beast aesthetics in there. There's a little saber-toothed tiger head, which is really cool. You're able to transform him into a head,
or
place it on there, or feed it, depending on what kind of day you had. And he changes into a very cool G1-esque Grotesque, which is fans of the special edition Arsino. This guy's got lots of awesome extra deco. So he's got lots of extra deco, and he comes to the die-cast Titan Master. We've got Scorponok's head in there as this time around.
So I think we're going to throw up a visual for those fans watching online, and you guys may see out here. So this is an official New York Comic Con reveal. No one in the world knew this was happening until right now. And this is actually
it's on sale right now.
On sale,
just went on sale.
It's going
literally right now.
Yeah, right now. HasbroToyShop.com. A beautiful art by Marcelo, who is super awesome. One of the coolest guys.
Super awesome guy.
I've ever had a chance to hang with here. You see, so this is what it looks like.
So it's
and
fresh off the, literally hot off the press.
Yeah.
Like, if
awesome.
you ordered one, you might get this one. You can't.
you can't have this one. Take
Yeah,
it.
if you like it, hop on HasbroToyShop.com, check it out. And trust me, the extra deco and the details the designers put into this thing, totally worth it. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, so the way we want to do this, so we'll have a limited quantity available starting right now, and when those sell out, there'll be an additional set available through some partner retailers in a month or so. So.
Now, for the
I'm sure
people,
you guys will be, you're like, crap, I can't get them right now. I'm sitting here on stage. Guys,
yeah.
Hey, see, take this one.
He's trying.
But for the people here,
yeah.
what can they get here?
So here we have awesome figure RC. John, if you want to talk about RC.
That's right. RC fans of the original 1986 movie know RC is the awesome character, the female character voiced by Sue Blue, who is a Hascon, very cool person who just incredible career. RC comes with extra deco, die-cast Titan Master Ultra Magnus, super awesome character, and available now.
Yeah, available here in partnership with Toys R Us, and available on Toys R Us website. So we had her at our fan convention about a month ago, which was awesome. Sue and the toy, and yeah, so Toys R Us has been a great partner. And for anyone here, you guys can run away from here, figure out what Toys R Us is stationed, and grab an RC figure after you go to HasbroToyShop.com and pick up Grotesque.
Super cool figure.
So okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Great Halloween costume theme.
I apologize. I was playing with your toy.
No,
but
don't
I want to know, like,
there should never be apologies for playing with Transformers.
I know.
No
I
apologies.
We lost him like 20 minutes ago.
We can get RC
here.
Can the people at home get RC?
Yes, ToysRUs.com.
You can't get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll be available. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
So having fun. So the reveals don't stop there.
That's right. We got some other big news.
Now this one, I was like,
right?
excited.
That's right. So you guys remember the Dinobots, right? Back in the 80s. Nobody knows who the Dinobots are.
Oh my god.
They're extinct.
So they're a 5-person team of not so smart, kind of extra tough dinosaur transformers. They turn into silver awesome versions, dinosaur versions, but they for what they lacked in brains, they made up with it in brawn. So as part of the new Power of the Primes line, we're actually able to finally combine these guys together into a combiner known as Volcanicus. What I have here in my hands is actually a toy version. So he has all of the great features that you're going to be able to get at retail soon. This is an awesome sneak preview for all of you guys here as part of this live stream. You can see all the cool details of Volcanicus up here in person. So you're a big Dinobots fan, right?
Oh,
Grimlock specifically,
dude,
right?
of course. Grimlock, yeah. Swoop, the whole thing.
Hit me with a Grimlock.
What's that?
Hit me with a Grimlock.
Me Grimlock say you're full of beryllium baloney.
Not bad, right? Not bad.
No, not bad. I could have sworn Greg Berger is sitting right next to me. Incredible. So this big guy is part of the Power of the Primes ecosystem, which it's all about the small, powerful Transformers, much like the Titan Masters that our friend Trypticon likes to eat. The Power of the Primes revolves around the original gods of the Transformers universe, the 13 Primes. Each one of them is going to have the ability to kind of augment your Transformer. Each one will come with armor, and in some cases the Voyager is going to come with kind of like these bucklers. When you collect Voyager class Transformers and Deluxe class Transformers, they are able to combine together into a big combiner. In Grimlock here, you can even open up his mouth on his chest, and you can put an enigma of combination into the mouth, which is kind of a sneaky little trick on Volcanicus there. But he's cool, and fans of Combiner Wars can finally feel like they're going to complete their collection with this guy. It's really, really cool. But the awesome Halloween reveals, they don't stop, right?
They just keep coming. They keep rolling out, if you will.
So these guys will be out next year, starting early next year. Maybe if we're lucky before Christmas, we might get a few out there. And yeah, I mean, you get 5 figures, you can build Volcanicus. We'll have some other combiners in the Power of the Primes line as well. So,
and did you say when we can buy this? Because I will buy this.
Parts of him you have to buy and chase. It's a chase plate. And so 5 figures all in. So by late spring, you'll be able to build your Volcanicus.
Oh my god.
So Grimlock will be out hot and heavy early, so I'm sure you'll be able to do it.
No, man, I was a child when I had Transformers, and when I went to my first Comic-Con as an adult, I saw Devastator in a case, this guy is selling vintage toys, and I was like, I can buy all the toys now. I'm an adult. I'm an adult and I want to buy toys.
Adulting is fun.
So I get super geeked about this stuff.
Toys.
Yeah, food or toys sometimes. All right, what were you showing?
So I snuck something before we fly out of here. You know, we wanted to make sure we gave a little bit of a sneak preview of it. I think fans of our brand from last year, remember we saw this guy's leg. He showed a little bit of leg here on the live stream.
Now we get a little bit of tail, you know what I mean?
So we can't say too much about this without letting too many cats out of the bag. I'll get it, beasts, cats.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
No.
We got here some mysterious wings. So this may or may not be part of the Titan class character that's coming out in the future.
More to come.
More to come. But you can see here the awesome detail that's going to be added into this guy. Very, very exciting. Let's just say this guy, he's an animal. He's an animal.
Absolute animal. So, yeah, I mean, we had a lot of fun up here with you guys last year, just, you know, playing around and sneaking some things. What's been really fun for us is John and I kind of get to play with toys most of our day, and we're distracted as much as you are most of the time.
Do your like supervisors come over and be like,
are you working?
We're talking. Put the toy down.
Yeah.
Are you
always on the table?
Are you here?
Always toys. Just no, not at all.
I'm doing research.
So it's a lot of fun. I think, you know, our whole team. What's been the most fun is bringing new fans in, but really getting fans like you guys to get excited again about the toy line.
Oh,
and I think
absolutely.
that's been awesome, and we're seeing parents bring their kids into the line, whether it's through the Last Night film and that whole movie universe, or the New Generations toy line. It's a new era for Transformers, and I'm having just the time of my life, and you know, hanging with John and our team, and to be able to do things like this. When I started on this brand like 5 years ago, fans came to me and said, "Guys, the Dinobot Combiner, it never happened. Why can't you guys do it?" And
we're making it happen.
It took us a while, but it's freaking awesome.
Making dreams come true.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, especially fans of something like Transformers that's been around for so long, that always will find something to crave for. You know, like
They do.
You can keep putting out toys and toys and toys. They'll be like, "Hey, bro, come on. Can we get this one? We're gonna make this one." We're like, we're trying to make everything happen as soon as we can, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh yeah, like this thing right here? You like this? Volcanicus in your face?"
Yeah. And I think that's what's fun too is, so he's now available for play in the in our Earth Wars game. So I think that's some of the fun is this. We can kind of bring the stories, and actually next month the new Titans Return Machinima series.
Say that again about the game.
So the Transformers Earth Wars mobile game.
That's right.
You can get Volcanicus in there.
Oh wow, okay.
Play. So that's part of the fun is that it may not have showed up in the '86 movie, which I know is one of your favorites.
Well, yeah, you know, it's okay.
But now you can play them, and the Machinima series, you're going to see just some awesomeness, some humongous awesomeness, like Trypticon in that animated series coming out next month. So I think that's what we get to do, is not just make toys, but make the toys come to life and give them voices and give them a story. And you know, there's always another story. It's like, well, what about the story? What happened here between these two episodes in season 2 of G1? Yeah, maybe we should tell that story.
You know, as a fan, I have to ask. I'm sure you get asked like by fans and by toy lovers all over, like, what about this toy? What about this toy? So I have to ask a personal one. I want a giant Unicron.
Oh, we get that all the time.
I want a giant Unicron like this guy, but like twice as big.
Yeah, like you have to kind of get a storage unit to put it in.
Yeah, and then to have like voice lines like "Proceed on your way to oblivion."
Zeke wants a toy he has to buy a seat for on a plane.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to play the dope Unicron song.
Oh, it's such a great song. It's such an evil song.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. You know, I think Ben hit on it.
We'll make a note on it.
What's really great about coming to an event like this is that we all have different hobbies and things that we love, but it's okay for us to come together as a community to celebrate stuff like Transformers or whatever you're into. And all
Celebrate Megatron!
And yeah, it's okay to be a Transformer. It's okay to reveal what your inner more than meets the eye is. And I think that's what really is exciting about working at a brand like this, is that it's okay to be a geek, and it's okay to like think about what other geeks are going to love, and make great toys that you used to think you never think was possible. Now it's possible.
No, I remember like when the rare times when I would have a girlfriend over and introduce her to my mom and stuff, and show her and she would see my collection of stuff, my nerd stuff. And she'd go like, oh, you really like toys. And I'm like, they're not toys though.
They're collectibles.
They're collectibles, and you know, like they guys like that one looks like you've been transforming it recently. And like, but now I'm just like, yes,
Fidget toy.
look at my wall and be jealous.
This was the original fidget toy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I transformed this guy. I transformed this guy while we were talking. I don't know if I got it right though.
No, we knew you weren't listening
to us.
to us
take
for
his
like
head
3
off.
minutes.
That's you missed the most important part.
You have to take his head off.
Yeah, you can take his head off, and then you can transform this part up into his jowls, his little creepy little monster bout jowls, and then he's like, look.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. See, I knew there was a space missing.
And then,
so give me the little guy. Where's the little guy?
In the spark chamber area, you can actually put this thing inside of his body.
Like a. Oh, this is super cool.
Okay. So you can actually ride inside. So you can snap this guy inside and close it, and there it goes, right inside that spark chamber.
Fixed it.
Did I do that? Yeah, not quite done. Now
Did you break that?
Super fat. No,
Just
it's fine.
upside down like a bat.
Oh no,
All the
that's
pieces are together.
yeah, a little bit different, but yeah. You're thinking of mind wipe. The fact that I know that, you know, I don't know.
Of course, you're supposed to know that. All right, quick question, quick fan question. Who was your favorite growing up?
Me, I liked Roadbuster and Whirl because they weren't in the cartoon, and I really liked the toys. And honestly, for me, I played with the toys, and I made my own kind of stories and universes up with them. I used to line up my family's encyclopedias and kind of stack them in such a way. And I get sugar cubes and make them energon, hide them in one place. So I had the whole like elaborate story thing.
Dude, I'm right with you on the sugar cube energon. I'm not kidding you. I did the same thing with sugar cubes and dice.
I love those guys because Roadbuster had a little backpack, and it was like real easy to kind of make that guy do lots of cool stuff. I don't know, Ben, what was your favorite character?
Mine is vanilla. It was Optimus.
Of course.
And
Not a bad choice at all.
I was like, what was I going to say? But it's really cool. The last couple of years, I've had just so many chances to hang and get to know Peter Cullen. And the guy is just
so
the master.
Cool. Just hang with him, you know.
He's awesome.
You're kind of like Optimus Prime's boss.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, like I get to.
Someone tried that, didn't work out.
Yeah. No one's just boss.
But he like lives the character, and I think that's just even for me just made that just so much more impactful.
Yeah.
He drives around in his giant red and blue truck.
So I asked him, like, do you ever say roll out in your real life? He's like, never. I'm like, not once to a cat and Uber driver. Not once have you said. He's like, I would never do. It's out of character.
You know, and the one thing I gotta say,
Respect the character.
I just love that he does like everything. Like everything Optimus, he does it. That's him. Yeah. Like the video games, everything. It's great.
He's actually the voice in the new Machinima series this fall too, which is super awesome. So. Yeah, very cool. A lot of fun. How are you? Do you have?
Yeah.
Is it Grimlock? Or?
No, it's a weird one, and not a weird one maybe, but just because of the toy, and it had little other toys. Soundwave.
Yeah.
Oh, that toy. And his
great.
voice.
He's great.
Soundwave. Oh, I love Soundwave because he was a bad guy, but he wasn't like super like snide. He didn't have like super catchphrases or anything like that. He was just like there to be bad. It's great, and he had you know. Rumble and Rap Cat. Yeah, I know, cassette. They popped out cassettes. That was great.
Yeah, now he just plugs in like an iMini, like an iPod.
Yeah, it's the docking station now.
He downloads guys. They pop out.
So what blew my mind when I found this out years ago was that Frank Welker, the same voice of Megatron, also voices Soundwave, who has that incredible kind of signature voice, same character.
In the 86 movie, he did all the characters that ejected from Soundwave. So he did like 8 characters. Like there's a scene where he actually is like a 5-minute sequence where he is the voice of every single character, and the entire is hilarious.
First we crack the nuts, first we crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside. Oh yeah, dude, I know all the words, man.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah, totally. Yep. It was great. So tell us again where we can find everything.
Okay, everything. Yes, HasbroToyShop.com for Grotesque for a limited time. Super cool. RC over at Toys R Us or ToysRUs.com. And then everything else, you know, Trypticon and the last night Allspark Attack figures are available nationally everywhere as well as these cool helmets. You don't want this one. This one has tons of gross sweat on it. Sorry. But
my bad.
The cereal not yet available. The cereal was just for fun. So for those that want the cereal boxes, you'll have to talk to somebody else for that.
Very, very limited release. It's kind of like Blueberry. From back in
Yeah,
the day.
and the last one's Volcanicus, right? From the Generations Power of the Primes. He will be available starting in 2018 throughout our Generation collection. Again, everywhere, nationally, all the top retailers, through our fan retailers as well. So,
Dude, that one in particular is really like one I absolutely need to have. Oh,
I was just playing with it.
oh.
Will crush you.
There you go.
the
You
voice
didn't say
of Frank
that?
Walker.
No, I could have.
Oh, it's coming out the head. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this one.
Forehead, yeah.
Oh, that was sweet.
Oh my God.
Always trying to show me up, Bumblebee.
I am Megatron.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for playing with toys.
You bet.
Playing with toys with me. I do
we love to do.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Check it out. Toys R Us, HasbroToys.com. We got lots more coming to you right here from the Twitch stage part of my fandom. Stick around.
T-U-S-Q-U-E. So just get rid of the S-E-K.